In the heart of a bustling town, nestled between a bakery and a blacksmith shop, was Elias Clockworks, a humble shop filled with ticking wonders. Elias, a reserved and peculiar man, had a gift for crafting intricate timepieces. But his creations were more than they seemed. They held a secret no one knew. One rainy evening, a young woman named Clara stumbled into the shop, clutching a broken pocket watch. "My father's," she said softly. "He passed away last year. It stopped working yesterday, and I don't know why it feels important." Elias studied the watch carefully, his sharp eyes narrowing. "Leave it with me. Come back tomorrow." That night, as the rain drummed on the windows, Elias opened the watch and found what he'd feared, a fragment of his own magic. Years ago, desperate to escape loneliness, he had imbued his clocks with pieces of time itself, allowing their owners to briefly relive cherished moments. But the cost was steep. Every moment taken drained years from him. The next morning, Clara returned. Elias handed her the watch, freshly repaired. "It's ready," he said, his voice somber. "What makes it so special?" Clara asked, sensing his unease. Elias hesitated. "Wind it carefully. It will take you back to a memory of your father. But only once. Use it wisely." Clara's eyes widened, disbelief warring with hope. "You're serious?" "Time is a gift," Elias said. "But it's also fleeting." Tears filled Clara's eyes as she turned the key. The shop seemed to blur around her, and suddenly she was standing in her father's workshop. He was there, laughing, tinkering with his tools just as she remembered. "Clara, hand me that wrench," he said, without looking up. For a single beautiful minute, she was home again. When the watch wound down, she found herself back in Elias' shop, clutching the now silent timepiece. "Thank you," she whispered. Elias nodded, but his hands trembled as he adjusted the clocks around him. That single repair had cost him dearly. His face was pale, and his movements slower. As Clara left, she paused at the door. "You've given me something priceless. What can I give you in return?" Elias smiled faintly. "Live fully. That's enough for me." The shop's door closed, and Elias returned to his work, knowing he'd spend the rest of his days mending time, not for himself, but for those who needed it more. Subscribe for more.